Okay, rock and roll. Did not anticipate for it to be this hot. Hello, good day, bon dia. In this video, I will share with you what it's like when your YouTube channel doesn't grow as quickly as you'd like it to, as well as some advice on how to keep going despite the odds. So I started my channel exactly 1 year ago, and I was kind of hoping to be monetized by now, because my ultimate dream is to actually make a living creating awesome stuff on YouTube. Let's start at the beginning. Hot. Too much sun. Alright. When I first started my YouTube channel, I did have one advantage. I already came from a background in filmmaking and acting, so heading out into the middle of nowhere with my camera all by myself and alternating from going behind the camera to in front of the camera, it came pretty naturally to me. So I set off into the sunset with my camera and started my very first unscripted video. I had no idea what I was gonna say. I just knew that it was now or never. And to be honest, looking back at my first video now, it was one of the most spontaneously fun videos I've done. So here's a good tip for you if you haven't started your YouTube journey yet. Don't overthink it. Just hit record and see what happens. Back to my journey. The next phase for me consisted of enrolling in my own version of YouTube University. I devoured any and all YouTube tutorials on how to reach a wider audience. SEO, hashtags, algorithms, forums, word of mouth, titles and thumbnails, description, engagement, length of the video, best time to publish the video, best frequency to publish, the importance of consistency, call to action, niche, and a bunch of other stuff I'm probably forgetting. I was not a big YouTube consumer before, so I basically know nothing about nothing. So I had a huge learning curve. But that also gave me the sense of comfort that my growth would probably only be slow in the beginning when I was still trying to figure things out. And after that, it would probably skyrocket. At first, I was actually seeing a steady increase in my subscribers. With every video, a handful of new subscribers would emerge. But in the last 3 months, I've only seen an increase of 14 new subscribers. Total. At this moment, I have 142 subscribers. And most of the views on my videos don't surpass an average of 300 views. So why has my channel growth stunted? Let me begin by sharing my unique predicament that I'm sure some of you can relate to. I'm based on a really small speck of the planet, like a tiny Caribbean island. And honestly, I'm not really sure how my IP address might affect my reaching a broader audience. But I think it probably does play a role. Although using a VPN hasn't really increased my reach, so if you have any tips on this matter, please leave me a comment. But also, I think the algorithm just has it in for me. Just kidding. But really, there is a part that is my responsibility, and that is consistent posting. I've been running 2 YouTube channels simultaneously, and at one point I started prioritizing my other YouTube channel. That one currently has over 700 subscribers, but more on that later. This meant that instead of posting weekly on my channel, I was posting bi-weekly. But at that point, my subscriber count was already kind of low, so I don't know if that was the main culprit. Let's take a deeper look at my part. What did I do wrong? Well, I wasn't niching down, that's for sure. If you want a specific audience and you want the algorithm to know what your channel is all about in order to know where to direct it to, then niching down is definitely beneficial. But I simply share whatever inspires me in the moment. I know it doesn't help my growth, but it's what drove me to the platform in the first place. I guess I'm choosing creative freedom over monetization. So a tip for you trying to grow an audience is to definitely niche. Do it if that is your main goal. And hey, maybe I'll even experiment with it a little, just to see if it's really true. To see if I will regain momentum by narrowing my focus. Just for a little while. So what's the best day for you to publish your video? It also took me a while to figure that out. At first, I was posting on Sundays simply out of convenience. I just didn't have enough time the rest of the week to work on my videos and edit and everything. And Sundays inspired me. Sundays are good energy. But after my YouTube revealed some statistics, I realized that Saturdays would probably be better. And it did. It got me more views within the 24 hours of first publishing my videos. But having the strict posting schedule in the beginning really helped me to deal with that sinking feeling in my stomach as the deadline neared. It was the only way I would publish. Discipline is very important when you're your own boss, especially when you're having a hard time taking your own YouTube adventure seriously enough. Sometimes I'd wake up on Sunday morning and not even have any idea what I was going to do a video about for that day. But I'd go out with my camera and somehow magic happened, and by the afternoon I had a video up and running. Deadlines work. Let's dive a bit deeper into the matter of taking your YouTube seriously. Another reason I decided to post bi-weekly is because I started taking my YouTube commitment a little too seriously. I was growing a bit obsessed with meeting my posting deadline, and it was sucking the fun out of it. It was really painful to break that commitment with myself and skip that first Sunday. But it was an important step in reminding myself that my YouTube life is secondary to my real-time life. So a tip for you here is to take it seriously, but not too seriously. If it's not fun, you won't be able to stay in it for the long run anyway. Just find a balance that works for you. So that begs the question, how do I stick with it? Why haven't I given up? Burnt out in frustration? Well, because A, I genuinely love the process, no matter the outcome. And B, I have faith that I will figure this out. I'm tenacious and creative enough to hang in there and keep trying. And finally, I firmly believe that the algorithm will someday see the beauty in me, in the codes in my channel, you know what I mean, and skyrocket my dream into existence. Until then, I will embrace the process and the struggle, as I know that with success comes an immense feeling of responsibility. So I might as well enjoy this phase before entering the next one. Just a quick note on my other channel, Curacao Curious, which currently has 710 subscribers. I started that channel only 2 months before this channel. But I had help because that is run by 2 people instead of just little old me. And also, we niched down right from the beginning. I think that's probably why that channel has a bit more success than this one. It's still not rapid growth, but it is a significant difference. And I mean, let's face it, it is catered to an audience on an island that has a population of less than 250,000 folks. So, and that's what I have for you today. I hope that me sharing this gives you the motivation to keep going with your channel. It's easy to get discouraged when you see all these amazing success stories out there and you just can't catch up. So I'm here to remind you that not all channels go from 0 to monetization in just a couple of months or even under a year. Some of us have to fight to get there, and I know I will get there. And I look forward to making a video about that too. Have an amazing day, and remember, do something today that scares you. Step out of your comfort zone. Ayo! Oh yeah, and I also have a Patreon account now. So feel free to check that out. It's in the description. And if you're a big reader, I post regular blogs on my website. For a more in-depth look into what really goes on in this cranial system up here. Noise, background noise. Okay, no more interruptions, please. Ow, ants. How's this shot? Good, thank you. Sorry for the background noise. I'll try to catch a snapshot of what's happening behind the scenes. But that's what's happening, guys. That better not be a rain cloud, seriously. Notice sudden change in continuity. Filmmaking 101. Mess with your audience. Let's go in closer. What do you think? Time for that? Yeah. Even closer? I don't know how close you want to see me. It might be too intimate, don't you think? Not good, not good. Camera woman, could you please? Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Shannon. You're welcome, Shannon. I was growing a bit obsessed with meeting. Just want to finish one video. That's all. Are we flickering? Wait, why are we so dark? My head's being cut off in it. feisty ants, man. Curacao Curious, which currently has 710 subscribers. Enter the swamp of, what do you call it when there's like a swarm of crickets? That, they're gonna eat me alive.